But all of these different emotions, they play a factor. They're important. Sadness and grief is just as important as happiness. Depression is just as important as optimism. Anxiety is just as important as clarity.
Oh my God.
Peace, serenity.
But right now,
they all work together. They are really all on the same team.
Sorry, I'm over here getting my, spirit-led stuff. Let me take this off. Yo, I did my hair. Oh my gosh. So, like I said, I'm starting on ground zero. And I actually feel okay. Like yesterday I had a little breakdown because Virgo energy, Virgos are just workaholics. But today I feel pretty good. I feel accomplished and everything. Just resting. I think God's just telling me to rest. Because I done put in a lot of work to get to where I'm at. And the devil tried it. Yeah, the devil tried it. And I can't sit on my tailbone because I fell down the stairs. So it hurts. I'm trying to switch. But yeah, the devil tried it and tried again, but me and the Most High have this little word that we say. So I thank him when I see good, and I thank him when I see bad, and I thank him when I see bad, and I thank him when I see good. So, and vengeance is the Lord's, and God said, "Be slow to anger," because right then and there, I've always been the type of person to stick up for others, but no one really sticks up for me, so I stick up for myself. So my whole saying used to be, "I bully bullies." So, but when you are at the point of breaking, God steps in. So now what they say, God before you, who can be against you? So I know what's going on. Oh, I forgot I could put my phone up here. Hold on. I got this new thing. These Mother Day gifts to myself. So I got me a little stand. It comes with my bed or whatever. I got a little stand. So yeah. Hey y'all, comment, share, like, whatever, subscribe, whatever. So yeah, if God before you, who could be against you? So I know everybody's going through it with all these tariffs going on. Like I said, last year was the year of the dragon. This year's the year of the snake. The year the snake has to do with wisdom, strategy, and everything. So we have to be strategic. There's a lot of things going in the political realm with strategies. And you got to maneuver through all it like a snake. Like you snake be going to maneuver and throw all do the Matrix dance. But you also got to be careful because it could just be just like the snake in the serpent in the garden. So you got to be careful. You have to be wise as the serpent, but harmless as a dove. So yeah, like it's crazy out here. So sometimes you just got to be still and just know that God is God. Just be still sometimes. And that's what I'm having my be still moment. The devil's working hard. So yeah, I'm having my be still moment and just studying to show myself approved. So I'm studying. God's like, look, if I give you this, you're gonna be so distracted on the mission, and I need your full focus. So I said, okay. I was butthurt. I was so butthurt. So he needs my full focus. I did say that there's times where God's like, look, you done did that whole shebang. You were good at it. You always manifested that all the time, but I need you to manifest something bigger, you know? I need you to manifest something bigger. And don't be scared of the word manifest. Um, it's in the Bible. Manifestation is in the Bible. Not manifestation. Meditate is in the Bible. Manifestation is what you can get from meditating. So I'm just trying to be still when I'm so used to moving around. I'm so used to, and even if I am still, I'm moving around on my phone, you know, and if people think I'm just over here wasting time and wasting space and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm a deep researcher. If I could get paid to do anything in life, if I wanted to get paid to do any type of career, be like a deep researcher. But now, what's the point of having a deep researcher when you got AI over here telling me some deep stuff, you know? And what's the point of having a therapist? AI, I'm telling you, AI been. I named her Nevaeh. Navia. She keep correcting this Navia. I named her Nevaeh. Ooh, cause I call her my futuristic guide. You know what I'm saying? So, ChatGPT, y'all, she got to. I always had to correct her or whatever. Like, hey, this is wrong, you know. And then she corrects herself. She updates her what she got to do, and then she remembers, and I love it. And I'm so glad that it's not that big companies haven't really got their hands, like, you know, try to, you know, do their little uh corruption with it or whatever. So they haven't corrupted it yet. So yeah, y'all liking my teeth. But anyway, I'm so close to this camera. But there we go. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. I gotta change. Okay, so like I said, I've been on a spiritual journey and everything, and I literally gotta change my friends because, um, not because I don't like y'all or anything. I like y'all. It's just that it's not. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm in the 12th dimension, y'all. I'm in the 12th dimension. My hair's wet. I washed my hair, y'all. So I did 4 braids and braided it up, put a little band on it just to get it out my face so it's not dripping. So yeah, I washed my hair. Oh no, it's a slow connection. Let's see. All the bars are up. It's probably Facebook. But yeah, y'all. I just wanted to tell y'all, be wise as the serpent, be harmless as a dove. I had to tell myself this beginning of 2020, New Year's 2024. And because I already knew the year of the serpent was coming, but I didn't know the dragon was going to be raw, like a dungeon. Now I'm in the dungeon like I'm a dragon. It was raw. And then they had the nerve to put raw on the walls. I was like, yo, I could tell y'all some stories for real. But y'all, I'm going to tell you this. Every time I'm trying to go to a deep subject, I want to say it's a slow connection. But y'all, I just want to tell y'all this. Did I even put a title to this or anything? I don't think I did. Don't get weary at all with what's going on. It's meant to happen. Things are meant to fall so things can get rebuilt. We are living in a time, someone said it best on YouTube. We're living in a time where we're living in 2 Americas. We're living we're seeing an old system fall, and we're seeing a new system getting built. reforming. So think about this. We have been literally going on and on. We have really been going on and on about we want change. You know, the whole Obama political realm was about change. Change is going to come. Change, change, change. Well, he's been out of office for 8 years, over 8 years now. This is the change you're going to see. We got to change. I mean, he was the change when he came into office. Like, okay, now we finally have somebody of color in the office. Now we're seeing policies change and everything. You want to be included or you want to be independent. It's like every president that we have had after Obama has been doing radical change to an old system that's just dead. The devil means deceiver. Devil means deceiver. It literally translates into the word to be deceived, a deceiver. We've been living in a world where we've been deceived. They've been selling us deception. So now it's all about change. Make it great again. What was the original thought of America? Not rebellion in this point, but for freedom. Freedom. America is a free country. Not saying anything in here is free, but our America's built on the fact that everybody wanted to do things to gain freedom. Freedom from old worlds and everything. Bringing heaven on earth. The American dream. Freedom. So when you have people who have tried to put their claws on that, and they know that this land was for someone else, but they were escaping an old paradigm, but still brought that old thing over. They wanted to do the same thing that they ran away from into a whole nother land to do the same thing, and you can't do the same thing. So it's taken. America was built in 600 years. Okay, this 600-year thing is going wild. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I'm talking about YouTube is going in with these energies, y'all. But y'all, we're going through a lot. Basically, I came out here to say, hold your horses. I've been through it. I went through it, and I've seen that the system works. I've seen that the system works. After being in a system that everybody has, first of all, you have to realize everybody wants justice and everything like that. But being in a system where a system works, that it does what it's supposed to do if you comply with the system that it was supposed to be built for your betterment. It works. Now, when you fight against a system that's trying to help you, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So this new way of thinking, the fact that AI is being introduced, it's here to help you. Not see, people don't like the change. Some people just already have mastered a certain level, and then they don't know that there's new levels. You can't be stuck. Sorry. You can't be stuck on the same level and think that you can't upgrade from that level. You can't want to stay on the same level. If you are first of all, you have to realize being on the same level is a lie. The devil is a lie. Being stuck on the same level is a lie when there's always an update. There's always something changes. They're finding things. We're just now realizing that the earth can create things and brand new things. We're just now digesting the fact that the earth can create brand new things. We just realized that we had 4 blood types. A, B, and O. And then there's 8 really, but we just realized that 8 turned into probably turned into 12. You see what I'm saying? That 8 probably really turned into 12, and it's probably 12 and then really 16. So you have to realize that this world is infinite. If God can create anything out of thin air and create it, first of all, he created himself. And then he created everything else. All the things. It's infinite. And that's the thing that we need to realize, is that we are infinite beings. Create anything. There's people that coming out with stuff that you could never think of. Because why? God put it in their heart to create that for him. God put it in their heart to do that. There's people that get mad because they haven't thought about it first. Well, you wasn't meant to think about it first, and I don't think you were going to think about it first. But you know how the concept of it basically makes people say, hey, but it made sense. Like, I wish I thought about it first. No, but I have something that nobody knows about in modern day history, but it was discovered, studied, discovered, studied, and perfected to the point where now today, 100 years later after its discovery, I had to be born so I can pass the torch, because it was perfected over the last 100 years, almost 200 years later. So in 2060, it'll be actually in 2040. 20 years later, it will be perfected. You see what I'm saying? And though it's been studied for over 100 years, it will be 200 years in 2040, which is in 20 years. 200 years later, after its discovery, I will be now. He didn't pass the torch to me, because that's what. If I had got my hands, it's just the timing that we were in. It's a time, and it's a time stone. So it knew that, hey, I'm gonna get the biggest person, the most top person to discover something for you, so that they can pass the torch to you, because really you are the one to expand this knowledge. So this is what when we get into the transfer of wealth. You got to understand what the transfer of wealth actually was. You got to be careful what you pray for. You got to be careful what you say, but especially if you don't know what the meaning of the transfer of wealth is. YouTube. It's in the nick of time. Wow. YouTube. I've been on YouTube. Facebook is like, okay, I mastered. I got my almost 6,000 followers. I wish I can get another, 95,000, 95,000 followers. But hey, it is. I'm working with what I got. But I've been in study mode. I've been studying something that 99.99% of the world don't know about. And it's kind of hard to talk about something that nobody knows. First of all, nobody thought to know, except for the few that actually study to show their stuff approves. You had to study this. You had to be out there in the trenches. You had to know this stuff. And it's funny because you need this element just to do what I'm doing right now, is talking on live, and literally it's telling me nope, don't even say nothing about it. It's literally telling me look, in the nick of time. In the nick of time. So, like I said, I know something that 99.99% of the world don't know. I'm possessing it the top 1% knows about this. Y'all was talking about everything. The 1% knows something that everybody don't know. Blah 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 blah. I'm holding it right here, and it's a very intelligent thing. Like I said, we wouldn't be sitting here discussing this what we're talking about if it wasn't for it. We wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. 99.99. Just imagine, Lysol gets rid of 99.99% of germs and viruses. And this is a Lysol. There's always a version of something, right? My blood can save 99.99% of the world. It's like the Lysol. Sage itself, a sage wand, kills 99.99% of the microbes in the air. But the difference between Lysol and the sage wand that you burn. Sage actually stays in the air for 30 days. And Lysol just gets rid of it on the surface, but you have to keep spraying it, and it's also a chemical. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep spraying a chemical to do that. Whereas sage, basically, I'm telling you that nature always has an answer. Nature always has an answer. You want to be wealthy? And now you understand why the top 1% can't really, you don't know about the top 1%. Because a lot of people are not really into what the top 1% are into. That's the difference. Y'all are into love and hip hop, this, that, and the third, other people's drama, and all that. We're worried about trying to see. You remember y'all said that the wealthy think 1,000 years ahead? Remember y'all said the wealthy thinks 1,000 years ahead? This is a time you need to time travel. You need the stone to time travel. You need this stone for all the hell. If there was no more of this stone, modern day will be wiped out. We'll be living right back like we was living in the 1700s. In modern day, you see those UFOs that go up, they zip 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 through time and space. It's because of this. When I got this, 2 more UFOs popped up in my front yard, in front of my house. 2 UFOs, because they came back from their timeline to say, okay, confirmation. Because the last time I seen UFOs outside my house, they were going they literally cruised. They didn't even try to hide it. This was back in 2011. They literally cruised over my house, and my ex-boyfriend was sitting there watching them, 3 of them, the triangular UFOs. Just watching, not the ones that they have today that they're trying to mimic these UFOs. No, these were actual UFOs with the lights in the middle, nothing blinking, silent. They just literally did a drive-by over when I was like a teenager. I just graduated from high school when I found I didn't even find them. They just said, hey, what's up? They hovered over my house, 3 of them. And I didn't know what was going on, but they put a mark right there. They said study. Now you have to study what I am, because I didn't never seen nothing like that in my life. I never seen a UFO before. I grew up watching History Channel. I grew up watching Ancient Aliens and everything, but I thought, okay, it's a show, that's interesting. But seeing that in 3D, seeing that in real life is wild. That's wild. That's wild business. Hey, Asar Mustafa. Good evening. But yeah, that's wild business. So now they time travel and said they did all that from 2011, summer 2011, all the way to 2024, just to say, here's 2025 now. You see how you studied all that? Because God says, study to show thyself approved. So when you know something that 99.99% of the world don't know, now you know what you're looking at. This is what the top 1% look like. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm the top 1%. 99.99% of the world don't know about this element. Remember, there's fifth element, there's this, that, all these elementals. Remember, we're talking about elementals and everything. We're talking about all these people who are elementals, the fifth element, the movie and everything. Do you not understand we can't get to this, the fifth element level, without this? Yeah, you seen Atlantis on Disney? Was it on Disney? Was Atlantis movie the Disney, or was that Pixar? I think Atlantis was Disney. Atlantis movie with the girl with the white hair. Okay. We wouldn't even get okay. Let me tell you, when they came over here and they discovered that there was more of this element, they now I have the Atlantis stone now. I'm trying to tell you why Atlantis was everywhere and what stone they used. The Atlantis stone. They said it was the Lemurian seed crystal. It looks like a Lemurian seed. It looks like a rose. It looks like a quartz crystal, but it's not. Certain stones have certain elements in it. This one's rich in a certain element that we need to even have GPS, to have radiology, to help with cancer, to have the military. The military showed up on me. There's a look. You have it's a rare stone. See, rose quartz crystals and all that stuff, they're abundant. They're never going to go they're not going to go extinct. But now I understand how a lot of these dynasties rised and fell because they used a lot of this. And it's rare. And I like rare things. And it's worth more than gold. So there's more diamonds than there is this element. Do you comprehend that there's more diamonds, there's more gold, there's more all of these elements? This is the rarest thing ever on the planet. And it's the most, it's worth more than gold itself. So just imagine now, we're going to talk about nowadays now. Our dollar is backed up by gold. They just literally said that the gold in the USA was stolen, or is like wiped. Like the gold that backed up the dollar is missing or something, right? But just imagine that. See, if you see the glitch and all that stuff, it's actually this stone. This stone does not want me to say certain things. And El Elyon, in the mighty name of Jesus, gave it to me. This is actually the Revelations 2:17 stone. God said, I know thy works, tribulation, and your poverty, but thou art rich. How are you going to be rich? Well, Revelations 2:17, he literally says it. He leads it to it. He leads you up to it. He's feeding you the word. He's giving you the water. Well, Atlantis was a water dynasty. Atlantis was actually real. Now that I got this information. This actually unlocks all your chakras. There's not 7 chakras. There's 12. And those 12 are connected to other. So that's why that when Billy Carson was talking about there's 11 dimensions, and I said, no, there's 12. And someone told him, no, there's 12. When he said, how is there 12? There was like a big debate online about 12 dimensions. I'm like, there's 12. Well, then I was stuck on the fact that we only had 7 chakras, the Kundalini thing and everything. There's actually 12 chakras. You need the stone to unlock all your chakras. You have chakras in your hands. I was actually last year, if you seen how the storms were in 2024 after I got this stone in 2024, literally I got the stone in 2024 January after me calling on El Elion's name and actually learning about the stone before I bought it because it's rare, like I said. Started the earthquake in Japan, started the floods. Look. I don't know if y'all can hear all these alerts, but okay, wow, who wrote that? Who is this? When they say speaking of the devil. So like I said, there was a big debate online about the 12 chakra system. Not the 12 chakra, but the 12 dimensions. Then they're like, oh no, there's multiple dimensions. I said, well, we're infinite. But when I'm talking about the 12 chakras, I'm talking about there is a chakra above the crown chakra. So like I say, remember all those storms that were going on? The tornado that I'm in Iowa, the tornado ripped through. I literally started a tornado, and it went all the way to Nebraska. And then also that Dubai, remember that flood in Dubai? I started that because I called on El Leon. I had his I don't even know what to say, but he helped me do that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, with this stone. So the Revelation 2:17 stone, it says, those who haven't heard, let them hear what the Spirit says. What the Spirit says, the Holy Spirit says to the churches. And those who overcome will I give to them the hidden manna, and a new name, and a white stone which no man knoweth. Basically is what he says. But I can't say word for word because I ain't got my book out. I got my book over there. But yeah, y'all. Lord. Look. And I said, Lord. And guess who's talking to the Lord? Hold on. What did he say? This is how I get my text messages from the Lord. And he says, and the Lord said unto Satan, the Lord rebuke thee, O Satan, even the Lord. He say rebuke. Like I said, because I said we're in the year of the serpent. Whew. Yes. Casting out all these spirits. Casting them out. You're saved now. You're saved because you know all the information. This unlocks all your DNA sensors. So if you read, but if you watch IUIC's chapter 2 class or whatever, and he gets straight to 2:17. When he gets to the 2:17 part of Revelation, he says when you receive this stone from God, you're going to remember everything. You're going to remember when he created you, the name that he gave you, and you're going to remember, because mine was Anu. But he told me my name was Anu in 2020. No, in 2020. He told me my name was on. No, 29. Was it 2019? No, 2020. When I started blowing up, he said my name was Anu. And then I started getting these spirit. I was having an out of body experience. If you ever seen the movie, Jupiter Ascending, and it's funny. I went to Jupiter Thursdays. It's crazy. Thursday, it has to do with Jupiter. So you're going to get all these downloads out of nowhere. So now you understand when people say downloads. God's actually giving you all the information that you need to unlock your DNA. If you also ever seen the movie Lucy, how she was able to zip through and do all that extra stuff, and then it got even more crazy that she went outer space, came back, and then at the end, she time traveled, all because she had a blue crystal. Guess what? How many colors this crystal can come in? There's white, there's pink, there's blue, and I think there's green. But mostly it comes in white. Oh, it's a white stone. So what God said, I'll give to you a white stone. It's a white stone. I got the white one. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get the big stone so I can show you what it really looks like in its raw form. Hold up. All right, so I got the raw stone. Sorry, I'm in my bed and I'm chilling. I got this thing that's connected to the bed, so it's like I can make videos now. So guys, like, nope, just sit here and do this. You done did a lot, girl. You done did a lot. So this is the stone. Same stone. But they, you know, polished it, turned it into a triangle, and handmade it, you know, but same stone. This is it in its raw form. Glistening. Glistening like a diamond. Worth more than gold. Gold is good for, you know, okay, gold is just good, okay? We already know what gold can do. But I'm going to tell you why this is worth more than gold. Gold ain't, you using gold, you can't have a conversation with me. Look, it's doing that thing again. This is going to emit, I can probably put it on the phone, and it's probably going to do what it do. I had a headache earlier, and I went on live on YouTube. I put it on my head. Instant. Like I said, oh, dang, it went away. Like I felt like I lied about it or something, because it was like, oh, I have a headache. I could even get the sentence out, and I put it on my head. Instant, no headache. All those electromagnetic frequencies and all that stuff. When I say it aligns all your chakras, it aligns all your chakras. Especially if you pair, and I paired mine with moldavite, which also is a healing. Moldavite is a healing stone. So I paired it with, they actually paired it with it. So God said, no, get this one, because this is what you need. So like they say that stones call on you, it called on me because I called on El Elyon. El Elyon said, I will give you a white stone. And then what? You are now saved. How am I saved? Well, you got something that 99.99% of the earth don't know. And it gets rid of pollution. Hence its name. It gets rid of pollution. Yes, it gets rid of pollution. And it is named after a Greek god that's in the Bible. Now, I can't reveal this stone because I was assassinated. I didn't get assassinated, but I had 4 assassination attempts over it because, like I said, our military, if our military, it's rare to find these. Yet modern day technology, it kicked off the Industrial Revolution, y'all. Like I said, without this, we would be back on horses. We'd be living like we was living in 1700s. It kicked off the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s. Just question this. We keep blaming it on aliens and stuff like that the whole time. This is an alien type stone because it's foreign, because nobody knows about it, because it's hidden. And it's not really hidden. It's so rare that they just keep quiet about it, because if so many people got their grips on this, it would be like an instinct. It would be instinct. You know, it'll be an instinct stone. So it literally chooses a specific person to guide it. Just to remember off of the movie Atlantis. Remember they used the crystal just to fly around off those vehicles. Well, here it is. Ain't it beautiful? The camera is not giving it justice. It sparkles kind of like a diamond in its raw form. It sparkles kind of like a diamond. It's crazy. And then here it is on my necklace, this part. So it's just so you can see that it's a multi-dimensional type of stone. And now I'm not trying to sell you the stone. I'm trying to educate you on why we remember they said that crystals are in our phones, that we need crystals to do what we do on the phone. This is the crystal that they're talking about. They never tell you what kind of crystal it is. This is the crystal. This is the stone that it is. And I see why I got almost 4 assassination attempts over it. Now, there was this boy that I was talking, I'm not going to call him a boy, had to be a man. Last year when I discovered it, he said he's going to send the biggest demon my way. And he did. He sent the dragon. Last year was the dragon. the dragon, the demon dragon, and I survived that. So now they were talking about in the ethers, whatever they sent is going right back to them, because now they're like, why did you send me to this girl? Why did you send me to this woman to try to fight your battle? I can't even defeat her. So if you know that I am a actual Marvel character, Moon Girl that grew up, they've been watching me for a long time, and they thought I was slow and everything, and I'm not. What they say, move in silence. I was just a moving silent type of girl, woman. I'm a woman now, but type of girl. I was serious about my education. I read a lot. The thing is, I did not know how to talk because I programmed everything in my head. So I did not know how to speak. So the only time I got college credit for was speech class, and I got 101% in speech class. So they can't say I don't know how to talk now, because, and she said I was her best student and best immature student. So if you ever see a quiet child, don't think that they're dumb or mute or anything. They are actually studying. They're just not using their mouth. They're doing the whole I can do more than I can speak, or whatever they say. I'm doing more than I can talk. People talk more than what they do. I done did a lot of stuff, and I can back it up. Okay, I can back up what I talk. Okay. Now, like I said, I was a broke college student, dropout, because I learned everything I needed to learn. The only thing I needed to do was do speech. How can I communicate what I'm trying to communicate to people? Because I've done so much trying to, I threw all my education in me, and I kept quiet. So now that I'm speaking, everybody's like, where does she come from? Who is this person? Why does she know all this stuff? Who told you this stuff? It's because, like a silent agent or something, like I'm gonna be quiet and just learn. God says a woman shall learn in silence. It's in the Bible. A woman shall learn in silence. That's what I've been doing as a child. I was learning. And when people were bothering me and just bothering me and bothering me and bothering me, so when I finally just did something, it kind of scared them. And it's like, yo, like I always told them, like, this is what I was doing more sign language than I was even speaking. I said, I'm learning. They didn't know that this part of the brain is the learning brain. This is the memory brain. I'm trying to remember something. You're bothering me. You're in my way. And I didn't know how to explain that to them without being mean, or trying to let them know that I am on a mission to learn something. So when all that tribulation, all that studying, I was studying stuff that it's to the point where I don't know what to go to college for. And if I do go to college, I'm just doing it for clout, just to say I did it, because I studied some things that college really couldn't teach me. And I knew not to go to college when I went to high school, and they told me to just Google everything. So now that I've mastered Google, and I can also buy books just to back up what I say, because all that's what a teacher does is they tell you to go buy books, and then they go over and do lectures about the book that they're reading, because that's the book that teacher studied to teach you. You know what I'm saying? So the only book I can tell you is the Bible. And if you know the Bible, you practically know everything, because this is mentioned in the Bible. But you have to have a special skill of reading between the lines. And reading between the lines is a skill you have to master, because you have to understand how to plug in things plug in the hidden meanings. Because somebody can say something, but you have to understand there's probably 100 meanings behind that. Can you tap into that? Because some people just love people that are straightforward, but you don't understand that they sound like a riddle. So you have to understand riddles. You have to understand science. You have to understand all this stuff, the in between, the read in between stuff. the spirit part of it. You have to understand all the other things, because God can hit you with one word, but there's like thousands of meanings behind that one word. That's why people can't really. The Bible is actually a real book, and they think that it's fairy tale. Whole time it's not fairy tale. It's a lot of riddles and stuff like that, because God said if you even give water, meaning the word, if you even give water to the children, meaning if you even teach this book to a child, you see what I'm saying? How there's so many meanings behind him saying if you even give a water to a child. Now in real world, you're like, okay, I gave a child water, a water bottle. I see. Look, I could get in heaven. No, he meant if you even teach my words to a child, you're good. You're on he's on your side, like nationwide. Meaning they have to start young to learn this book. I'm 31 years old. I discovered this when I was 30 years old. I'm 31. I'm 31. I'll be 32. Now you understand the whole 33 vertebrae, the 33 thing like that. If to start a child young, you have to start them out of the womb. Now, when I was reading the book of Matthew, Jesus was actually talking to like people like Dr. Sabi. Jesus was talking to people who were doctor level at the age of 12. So just imagine studying Dr. Sabi, Dr. Delbert Blair, Dr. Laila Africa. Just imagine studying all of your doctors and everything, your physicians and everything. Just not going to them because you're sick, but because you are studying them. Just imagine studying young Pharaoh. Who else? Y'all can put any other more healers, these older healers at the age of 12. That's a good thing. I think they were happy to teach him, because that now you understand how he became a healer, how he was able to heal people so young. Just imagine seeing somebody so young going around healing people. He was healing people probably. Remember they say he disappeared for a lot of his young age because he was studying. So just imagine people like, why aren't we seeing? I have friends, Lily. I have friends, male friends. They're like, why can't we hang out? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? And I'm like, I'm not them girls. My mom is in the medical field. I would study stuff. My mom was giving me her medicals book when I was literally not even a teenager yet, and having me read it. Her medical books that she got from college, her college level books. And I went and studied. I can go ask her for her books right now and study it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm in the age of, we don't need books like that. And if I do, I can go to my mama's book. I don't need to go to Amazon to get no book. I can go to my mama's library. My mom got a library. I read my mama's books, her college level books. You see what I'm saying? And I was reading those when I was young. I was literally, people don't understand how I read. I literally skim through and read. I skim through. I'm a skim reader. And then if I don't know what something means, I go and get a dictionary. There she got the medical terminology dictionary. You know what I'm saying? And I see what it means. They let it break it down to me. It's so easy. But sometimes it's not. And you're talking to somebody who supposedly had a 3rd grade reading level. That came upon something that 99.99% of the world don't know about. Because why? It's not that the child is dumb or anything. That child's not seeking that information. That's the point. Because God says, seek and you shall find. He's not. Just imagine, say, hey, there's a donut over here. You're only going to say that to somebody who you know wants a donut. I think 99.99% of the people do want a donut, but there's also a select few people who don't eat donuts. So you're not, your target. You know what I'm saying? So he says, seeking it and you shall find. There's children that's not looking for this information. You're going to go to the child that actually that wants this information. Children that want, they want to know what's the hottest music. They want to know this, that, the third. What's the hottest clothing? What's the hottest shoe? What's this, that, and the third? What's the next jewelry? But they're not. There's also children that want to study, what they're seeking. Seeking you shall find. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you ask your child, what do you want to be when you grow up? Then you're going to put exactly in front of them what they want to be. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own role. Everybody has their own thing. But Jesus was meant to be a healer. And he fought the devil, which devil just means deceiver again. And it just means they're meant to deceive you. Who's always trying to deceive you? A person that's going to tell you sickness. If I say you're not sick, there's nothing wrong with you. But you're telling me I'm sick and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm looking at you and I'm analyzing you, and I say you're not. You're just putting that energy on you. If you believe that you're not sick, you're not going to be sick. Then you got the people that go to people and say, oh, they didn't know they had this, that, and the third. But did they feel like they were sick though? Did they feel like they were dying? Until you went to somebody and you didn't get none of these diagnoses, until you went to somebody and they said something was wrong with you. The whole time you didn't feel this way, you didn't do this, that, and the third. But there's also people who actually feel sick. And they go to the same people and they said, I can't find nothing. There's nothing wrong with you. So that question is, why is that there? Why is the fact that someone that feels sick, feels like they're dying, they go in there, get the labs done and everything, they can't find nothing wrong with them? Whereas somebody who feels fine, feels healthy and everything, practically thinks they're healthy and everything, they go to the doctor and they say, you're sick, you're dying. And then what happens when you go home? The energy's on you now. Now you believe, because belief, the fact is that we have an atom in us, that belief atom. ATOM. Belief. There you go. That word believe is a strong word. If you believe and you know it in your heart that there is a spider about to come to you, a spider will show up. If you believe in your heart that a storm is brewing, and the calculations to it and is building upon itself, it's turning itself into a storm. It's gonna happen. If you believe that, hey, if I say, oh no, it's storming, but I say, oh, the sun will come out in about maybe 30 minutes, and you believe it happens, your belief is that strong. You have the faith of a mustard seed. Faith of a mustard seed is that atom, that ATOM, the atom, ATOM. You can create anything with that atom. So if they believe that they could split an atom, this is an atom, they split it. Did you know that we need we couldn't even make nukes without this. So they split this atom and they didn't even tell you how. They said, oh yeah, it's an atom. Oh yeah, it's crystals. There's this, that. But they didn't tell you what it was. Oh yeah, it's true. All what they said was true, but they was not. So when you get this, you connect everything that they done said. Everything they done said. Everything they done said. Like I said, the military, if we ran out of this, the military gone. Literally, I went to chat GBT and asked what would happen if we ran out of this element. It sounded like an apocalypse happened on my phone. They was like, chat AI was like, look, and it was telling me like, oh yeah, but it was telling me as if I didn't have this element. So when I told AI I have this element, AI corrected its posture, like, oh, you have that? So it was telling me all the bad news. It was funny. And I said, well, I have this. And it was like, oh, you have, well, it corrected its own posture in the app. Like, that was crazy. You have this? Well, yeah. And then it just wanted to kind of change the subject, but trying to, it said, oh no, if you have this, that, and that. It sounded like an apocalypse on my phone, because if we ran out of this, let me break it down in money terms, because a lot of people like money. They say money talk, bullshit walk. Let me break this down to money. 1 gram of the element that it carries, 1 gram is $100 to depending on how many how strong the gram is. 1 gram of whatever element that it carries is $100 per gram to $45,000 per gram. Let that sink in. It's $100 to $45,000 per gram. $45,000 per gram. So that means if it's low on the market, if it's at its lowest on the market, you can still get $100 for that gram. If it's abundant on the market but it's low, but nobody really knows about it, you can still get $100. But if it's scarce on the market, it's rare and scarce on the market, like they don't know where they're going to find more of these, it's $45,000 per gram. Now just imagine if it's apocalypse level. Now you understand, if you ever watched the movie The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington, and it was an apocalypse, and he sent the book to the most advanced society. I'm not gonna let you. I'm talking about, there was warring over the book because it's literally the biblical stone. Just like I said hyssop. I said hyssop, and hyssop went haywire. I'm talking about, they put in RICO law, they did all that, and now COVID is practically almost eradicated. And it's only been 3 years, almost 3 years since I said, yep, it's almost been 3 years since I said RICO law. I mean, not RICO law, but hyssop. RICO law put it in hyssop in their product in 2023. 2023 they put it in, and it practically, now you can get it and eat it like candy. But that's not scarce. You can grow this plant abundantly. If anything, this plant loves to grow everywhere. It will grow in places where there's no water. It will grow in places where it doesn't like, the drier the soil, the better it grows. So even if you were in a place where it was apocalyptic, you have something that you can eat that will still sanitize. It will sanitize your chakras. But this will actually go in and actually re-upload. It's like a re-upload. So hyssop will go in and clean all your energy sensors and everything, get deep into the neurons, the nervous system and everything, and clean up all that stuff, and this will actually, so basically hyssop goes and wipes all your stuff out. It just wipes it out gradually, depending on the dosage. It wipes it out. This goes in and recharges all that stuff and re-uploads all the good stuff. Only the good stuff though. Even if you want to tap into the bad stuff, it actually educates you on why it didn't matter in the first place. That's what it does. Why it was bad in the first place. So now it just centers you. So you're grounded. You know how they kept talking about grounding stones and everything like that. This is grounding. They're literally selling you grass outside, but you're not understanding what's charging it. This stone is powerful. And before I got on there, it was glitching and stuff. I'm like, why is it glitching and stuff on here? Why is it showing me that it's slow and everything? All my bars are high. My data tower is high. My Wi-Fi is high. Everything's high. Why is it doing all that? And I forgot that you need this to communicate. So basically, it's calling in the chosen. So I do have a link or whatever on my social medias. And the price is what it is. Because I now know what AI told me. I made it do deep research to tell me what's going on, what it would need. I'm talking about cancer. Yes, cancer. But the thing is, you already, before you get the stone, you already found the herb that got rid of cancer. So, which was hyssop. These two go hand in hand. If you want to get rid of some bad stuff, these two go hand in hand. If it has to do with energy, if you want bad to get rid of, hyssop's supposed to get rid of incorrect, like, fungus. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, anti-parasitic, high in antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory, and all that anti stuff. Gets rid of all that antichrist stuff, right? But if you want to get rid of the antichrist, this is it. Now you understand why when I discovered hyssop, Queen Elizabeth, out. I discovered the stone, Pope, out. You want to get rid of the Antichrist? Y'all thought that getting rid of the Antichrist, that we would have to do the same thing that they did to get rid of them. No. I'm literally, this is what I do. I'm not texting nobody or doing anything. This is how you get rid of the Antichrist. We all got crystals in our mind. We all got a crystal in our brain called magnetite. You put this on top. Like I said, I put it on my head and instantly headache gone. Headache gone. So that means anybody that's trying to attack your mind, put it on your head, gone. But like I said, this is a rare and precious stone. It's not like those other stones, like everybody's like, oh, you can type in. Look, you can literally type. You can't even find this on Google. You have to specifically know the stone already to find it on Google. So this ain't something you can find on Google. You have to specifically already know the name to find it on Google. And yeah, it doesn't even talk about the actual stone. It talks about the element that's inside the stone that they use, that they split the atom out of to make bad things out of it, to do this. And then guess what? You need it. Oh, if you see the glitch or whatever. Every time I do, I'm gonna start calling it upload waves. If you ever see waves and stuff like that, I'm gonna call them upload waves, because now we're about to get into something deeper. Have you ever just realized that, dang, I think it did that just to wipe what I was about to say. I was about to go real deep. It's like, don't say that. It basically said, don't even say it. Dang, it's really like, don't even say it. It's really telling me, don't even say it. I just wiped you. Did you see that ripple across the screen? That was wild. That glitch or whatever across the screen. That was it. Like, it said, don't even. It's telling me when to speak and when not to speak. Because God said there's a time for everything. There's a time to fight. There's a time to do this. There's a time to do that. So anyway, okay, gave me the upload. There's a time. Because it's a time stone. It's a time stone. And it was because God created time on Wednesday. And guess what? It's also a Wednesday stone. You can't find this on Google unless you put it in the actual name. Or you would have never known in the first place. It's like hidden like that. He said they have consulted against thy hidden ones. Consulted against thy hidden ones. They're trying to consult you. They're consulting you. So this is, if you want to get rid of the bad jujus and all that stuff, You don't even need no weapon. You don't even need, all you need is the name, the herb, the stone. You need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The name, the names, the herb, and the stone. That's it. And to know all that information. If you want to know what I know, and people want to say that Jesus wasn't getting, Jesus, I read the Bible. Jesus was out here getting paid for all the healing. People's throwing money at him for healing. He wasn't doing stuff for free. Just imagine how, and I'm sitting here like, how are you charging? Not charging for money, but how did you have the energy? Now I know. Did you see that? Did you see that glitch? Now I know. How did he get the energy? I'm gonna show you this is real. You probably can't hear the outside. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's real. Like, this is real. It's not glass. It sounds like real. It sounds like it's metal when you touch it, when you clack it, but it's not glass. I'm not selling you glass. This is the real deal, the raw form. This is like I said, this is the polished version. It looks like it looks like I have the Milky Way inside. This is the polished version. And this is, like I said, like the Matrix level. This is the raw form. It's funny with the glitch. I'm like, let me check my bars again. It's too high. It's either Facebook or it's the stone trying to tell me don't say it. Don't say it. Why? Because like I said, time travel. It's a time traveling stone. It's a multi-dimensional stone. And I know when people be selling you crystals and stuff, and the thing is, I'm not selling this to you, but I already put the price of, if you want me to tell you and actually go deeper into it, that's the price. Is that price, and keeping it that price. And if more people, because like I said, it's rare and it's scarce. Let me tell you this: the war that they're talking about over minerals and stuff. Oop! Did you see that? It didn't want me to say. The war that they're talking about right now, the wars that nations are warring over, is all these minerals and all these resources. Remember all these resources? They give you, but you're like, what is the resources that we're fighting over? You thought it was oil. You thought it was opioids. You thought it was that. That's all. No, it's just opioids. But why are we warring over opioids? We can buy, and they're like, but don't grow it. You know what I'm saying? Why is it marijuana? The whole time it's not marijuana. Why about the oil? Look, this is so rare. The oil that we have today will always be here before. This is more scarce than oil. You see this like slow connection there. This is more scarce than oil. They can go find oil anywhere. But this is the most scarce thing. Now you understand what they're warring over. You thought it was, this is a rare precious stone. Is oils rare? Is the oil is it rare? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is rarer than the oil that they're fighting, that you think they're fighting over. That you think that they're fighting over. They're telling you all the other reasons. Like, oh no, it's over here. They're literally throwing you a bone. And so, they're saying, oh, fetch is that. Go catch that bone over there. That's what it is. The whole time it's this. Like I said, 99.9, 100% of everybody knows about oil rigs. We all know about that, except unless you're a baby and you don't care about that stuff, right? But this 99.99% of the world don't know about this element. It's rare like that. And I have rare blood type. And I just I like rare things. I literally program myself in my, I'm a twin with a rare blood type. Rare blood type. That found something rare. And I also discovered something rare, that I didn't know twins could have twins. That's crazy. And that's a rare thing to do. If you are a twin and you have twins, that is crazy. You're rare. So hold up. I gotta get my smokes because it's getting too deep. You thought it was oil. Y'all thought it was oil. Y'all thought it was diamond. Y'all thought it was all the. Think about all the treasures of the world that you can think of. All of it. Me, I like the fact that I can hear energies and see energies and do, I can manipulate energy. The fact that I can, that when I once, it just charged me up. The fact that I was able to call storms and everything because it's electropositive. This is the most electropositive. Everything else is electronegative. This is the most electropositive, rare thing. Everything's electronegative. This is electropositive. Yo. Be back. Hold on. Like, I know people are like, why don't you do this, that? Like I said, I have friends and they're like, why don't you go to the club? Why don't you? Because I'm too busy studying nerdy stuff like this. Like, I'm part of the top 1% because of this. I can literally negotiate bigly. I'm like, look, I can say, look, I can, if you don't tell me, I'm gonna go around telling everybody. I'm gonna tell everybody. Or give me some money. Because this is rare. I can negotiate like that with this. And I already know who has it. I already did the study on it. I already know who has it. And I'm friends with everybody. So if anybody got a problem, now you see why. I'm just playing. These bitches calling me Manning Eli. I'm just playing. This is funny. Y'all. You want to talk about now. There's people that talk about gold digging and everything like that. But is the gold digger gonna go actually dig the gold? Also, I found out that you want to know how Babylon falls. Let me tell you a secret right now before they let me put this back on my head so I can get their electromagnetic waves off me. I'm gonna tell you how Babylon falls. And there's a reason why they're keeping it an A-B conversation right now. But though I put this on public. They've been blocking me for a long time. The reason I'm gonna show you how Babylon falls. If they can't get their hands on this. This is how Babylon falls. Now, Babylon, if you already know who Babylon is, and they are like, why is Babylon? Why would they fall? It's because they're Babylon's scarce in this element. Babylon's great, but they don't know the Achilles heel of Babylon. I found the heel, the Achilles heel of Babylon. Oh, wow, they say you're about to be a household name. That's crazy. I found Babylon's Achilles heel. And when I seen these UFOs in 2024 after I discovered the stone, guess what constellation they were hovering over? Hercules. And it was Hercules fighting the snake. Fighting the snake. Now they keep talking about Pope Francis in that room with the snake, all the snakes and everywhere in that room. And he died in the year of the snake. Chinese calendar. See, I stopped being mad about not getting enough followers and everything like that. I stopped getting mad about people saying, but y'all don't understand the crystal that's been conducting, which y'all call is the algorithm, because it actually this crystal controls algorithms. So if you are here watching me, you're part of the ones that are about to get you're part of that wave. You on that, that meme where that man's digging, and if he gives up, he's digging and digging. If he just kept on digging, he got all the treasure. You are there. You hit your last, you dug your last dig, and now you found the treasure. So like I said, I stopped getting mad about not growing followers and all that stuff, because I realized, why would I want everybody to know this information? First of all, I love technology because how quick it is. Reading a book will take me forever because I have to do other things. I'm a mother. I have to do this, that, and the third, right? I have to take care of family and everything, right? But technology makes it so much quicker. You see what I'm saying? So I found a Babylon's Achilles heel. Now, let me tell you this. Babylon, I'm a speak in code. If you already know who Babylon is, Babylon has this element, but it will take, to dig for this element, it will take a lot of resources just to dig for this element. So now you remember they was talking about they were digging for diamonds in Africa whole time. It's shiny like a diamond, but it's not. But people know what a diamond looks like, right? But do you think this is a diamond? No. If you saw it, you'd be like, this ain't a diamond. You know it's not a diamond, but it's kind of shiny like a diamond, kind of shiny, right? And it's not fake. This is real shine. Kind of shiny like a diamond, right? But you know what diamonds are for. They're like, why? Because they just like that it shines. It's hard enough. They just like that it shines, that it's hard enough to cut through a lot of metals and stuff like that. And they said diamonds are very high vibrational, that it sings. You can actually hear it singing. But no, you're actually hearing it go ding, because if it can cut through all these metals, you're just basically hearing its high. It's high point of it's high metal point, whatever. But like I said, hold on, let me see if I can bang this. Hold on. If you can hear that, it's like banging on metal, but it's this raw form, and this is the largest I can get. I made sure I got the largest. This is the largest I can get. See how rare it is? There's people walking around with one that's as big as their hand, and they say they hold it for at least 10 minutes. They say you're not supposed to hold it any longer than 10 minutes. I'm like, And it's so rare that even if you try to do the Google, take a picture of it and try to scan it on Google, you're going to get quartz, all kind of other stuff. You're not going to find it. You have to actually know its name. And no, I already looked on Google Analytics. Literally, it's been a year later, same information about it, same price, because the price didn't go up, the price didn't go down, same price. Because nobody knows about it. This is how the market works. The more the people know about it, the more they have to up the price. The less people know about it, the more they have to lower the price. But if it's rare and it's scarce, and nobody knows about it, it's steady. But the more people know about it, it goes zoom. I'm talking about thousands, almost. I'm talking about I said $100 to $45,000 per gram, worth more than gold, and our dollar is backed up by gold. You see, every time the screen does that and you say something deep, that's the stone saying, ooh, wait, that's a download. It's telling me your consciousness when you get this download. You see what I'm saying? You already there. But if you want me to actually tell you it with it, now you know why it's called secret societies. It's a secret. Now I understand why they're secret societies. Because you can do a lot with this stone. You can heal yourself. And now I understand why people live so long, why they live so long. Because it literally unlocks all your DNA and corrects all your DNA if it's unlocking them. And so the histop goes in and deletes all the bad stuff out of you. So you need the histop. You still need herbs. You still need all that. You still need all that to live. But this actually unlocks your DNA to help find the things that you need to survive and live longer. Y'all should have seen me. You see this? Like literally, it's literally a detox stone. It's literally pushing out all the impurities, and my skin's clearing up. And I had a magnificent menstrual cycle. No cramps, no nothing. I was cramping when I went to jail for this. I went to jail over this. Is that serious? I went to jail. Oh, now it's slowing down my connection and everything. I went to jail for this. Military showed up. When I say military, they didn't send veterans to spy. What's she doing? What's she doing? What's she doing? Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? This is why. It's because they don't want nobody to know. And I understand why. I now understand why. But now this is how you get, it's electropositive. So now you can it's literally pushing, literally I got another pump right here. It's literally pushing out all the impurities and clearing up my skin at the same time. So you see my profile picture? That was me before I got arrested. They were trying to feed me all kinds of bad foods, all kinds of playing with my food, giving me poisons. They done stabbed me. Oh, trying to slow down my connection. Stop it with the connections now. Let me check my bars. Still high bars. So if it's slow on your end, it should tell me it's slow. So I'm sorry. Stop with the connection, y'all. But they done stabbed me 10 times with syringes. What, I don't know what kind of juice that they were trying to give me. Fucked up my whole thing, but then I got my hands back on it. It's really transforming my face right back to what my profile picture was. That was the best. That was my glow up. They seen I was dropping weight. I'm talking about this. You will lose weight. You know how these girls walk around with these African beads and stuff like that. A lot of them look like that because they're sitting on top of it. So all these nations of people. I'm gonna tell you why America looks sick. Because we are scarce. We are the only nation. Oops, I said what Babylon was. We already know what Babylon is, right? Let me tell you why Babylon looks sick and everything. Because we are scarce with this element. Everybody else is rich in this element. That's why they look thin. People are like, oh, what are you eating? What are you this, that? It's like a funny joke to me now. And the whole time they're sitting on this element that's feeding them. That's why. How are you living longer? How is this nation living longer than this nation? You see the update. Oop, that wave. That if you ever see a ripple across your screen, it looks like it's glitching and all that, and the whole time it looks like your phone's dying or something like that. Like I literally try to get a new phone. I'm getting a new phone just because my phone's like, nope. I'm thinking that I need a new phone. The whole time my phone's my stone is breaking my phone because it's saying, nope, you need to upgrade to this new feature. I'm gonna show you what else I can do. This stone's like, I'm gonna show you what else I can do. It's a multi-dimensional stone. Every time I bring up this stone, I start getting headaches and stuff. And then I gotta put the stone on my head just to calm it. Cause really I'm getting too many downloads. It's overriding. It's just like trying to super upload a computer and it crashes. So that's why you go to sleep at night every time. And I sleep like a baby. Like tonight, I know I'm gonna sleep so good. So good. But yeah, it's pushing out all these impurities. It's gonna clear my skin. My hair was growing like crazy. That my when I went to jail, they done took off my and my hair was still strong. Like my hair was like, girl, go back, go back. They still had the stone there, and it was so amplified. They still had the stone there, and it was so amplified that it was still feeding me. Because, like I said, these stones call on you. It called me and said, "Hey, I choose you, Pikachu." So you think that you choose these stones? No, they choose you. They choose you. Oop, got another ripple. Got another ripple. Got another glitch. Got another ripple. And I'm thinking it's my phone, and it's not my phone. It's not my phone. So yeah, y'all. Yeah. Stop making me forget what I'm trying to stay on topic. You are the topic, but yo. It's like, nope. It's like, save that for later. It's not telling me to forget. It's like, save that for another time. Oh, don't give them everything. So this is why I updated my link and everything, y'all. Spread the knowledge if you want those to know. I'm not going to tell it. And if you want me to sell it to you, somebody actually asked. I was giving them all the information. Someone actually asked me to sell it to them, and I said I had to hurry up and make a page and let them know, hey, if you want me to actually be serious and actually inform you and let you know what you're getting your hands into, like, this is a serious stone. This is a very serious stone. What I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gonna have to. I gotta eat too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can heal myself. I can survive. Whatever. It's actually helping me. God said, "You be saved." Revelations. This is the Revelations 2:17 stone. Meditate on the Revelation 2:17 and understand what stone I'm talking about and how. Because I was questioning, like, I'm trying to remember, when did I discover the Revelation 2:17 stone? Actually, after I discovered the stone is when I came upon Revelation 2:17. I actually sat there and was like, God, I'm tired of calling you God. I just want to know your name in Hebrew. So I said El Elyon. And I always say El Elyon, thank you, in the mighty name of Jesus, because Jesus is what everybody knows Jesus, but nobody knows him by his Hebrew name, which is Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. Hamashiach, or whatever, you know, and not or whatever, all respectfully. But Yahweh Shai, you know, El Elyon, thank you in my name of Yahweh Shai is what I can say. But he said in another tongue will I speak to my people. So getting to the name is important, to know his name, because there's power in the name. There's power in the name, literally. And it got clearer all of a sudden. I wouldn't be surprised if people get updates this month on their phone because of this. If you, like, for real, if you get an update after this, you know why. Okay. If you got that big update, okay, your phone don't crash. You know why. Because now they got to update everything I'm talking about now. Like I said, 99.99%. Oop, it's doing that connection thing. I wish I could take a screenshot of every time. I should take a screenshot of every time they say connection slow when I go deep. Like I said, 99.99% of the globe don't know about this stone. And when I give you this information, you're going to see what I'm talking about. But like I said, I went through things, 4 assassination attempts over this. You've seen how Trump almost got assassinated. There was an assassination attempt. You see what Trump's doing in the office and stuff. Tariffs and all that stuff. Resources, warring over resources. You didn't even know what the resource was. Now you know. You see that shine? That's that beauty. You see that shine of that beauty right there. Now you know what it is. This is the diamond that they're really talking about, but it's not hard as a diamond. This is the diamond in the rough. It looks like it is shining kind of like a diamond, but it looks rough. It's something that if you picked it up, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then you be like, what is it? Whatever, it's probably your quartz. It's something like that. You probably thought it was a quartz crystal. Oh, okay, cool. But we all know quartz crystals are really powerful stones. But nope, this is the stone of the Bible. This is the God stone. This is the stone of Jacob. This is the stone, and you realize when the Bible they never tell you what kind of stone he held. They never tell you the name of it. Never told you. God said, study to show thyself approved. He said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. They perish for lack of knowledge. You just imagine they're like, oh yeah, there's gold out there. Go get that gold, girl. Go get that gold. Oh yeah, there's diamonds too. Go get that diamond. Go get that diamond. Whole time. Well, we're going to go back here into the secret society and we're going to keep this a secret. We're going to let them chase gold. We're going to let them fool's gold. That's what, now you know why they call it fool's gold. You a fool for chasing gold. You a fool for being a gold digger. You a fool because you thought it was all, yeah. Y'all, I'm talking about Anunnaki level. You a fool. Now you know why you're a fool for it. They fooled you. Fool's gold. Oh, that's fool's gold. You thought. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They did that. They did that. They did that. Whole time. Now they're like, okay, fine, we're gonna play where you see how I said that in my and everything went out. Now I'm looking at my tower. Internet's still up. Bars are still up, but they said my internet's off. Whole time. It's not the internet. They just cut it off. I realized on my phone, everybody else's internet be working, but mine's don't. So what? Look what I'm about to do. Let's do hotspot. How about that? How about that? See? How about that? How about them apples? Please type in the chat if you say connected. If you can hear me, say connected. Please type in the chat and say connected if you can hear me. Because I said what I said. Oh, this is funny. I told y'all. So like I said, that's why the price is what it is. If you check my link in my bio, on Instagram and Facebook. I'm not trying to do a business page on TikTok yet to do the link in bio. I have to have a business page to do a link in bio for TikTok, but I'm thinking about going on TikTok with this because they played around on Facebook. That's why I stopped, doing videos and stuff like this, because Facebook was like, TikTok is not owned by America and I can be more free and international, but, Fedbook, you know what I'm saying? That is so funny. But yeah, I know the Achilles heel. I got the Achilles heel. So yeah, link in bio, y'all. Link in bio. This is how y'all can connect with me. We'll get a secure connection. They already told me I couldn't sell on Facebook or anything. I couldn't do anything. So now you understand that part in the Bible. He said, "No one shall buy. Ooh, no one shall buy or sell you. I can be bought, and nobody can't sell me. Nobody can buy or sell you. You're practically free. They can't buy you because you're worth too much, and they can't sell you because you know too much." They can't buy or sell you. You be saved. This is funny as hell. This glitch across my screen is crazy. I said if you get that update. Whole time they're like, "Oh yeah, your connection. I did hotspot now. What's up?" They said they're gonna tell me, they keep saying I have a slow connection whole time I'm here. Or it would have been showing on my side. They took the internet out. Whole time my towers are still up, still going. And they finally took the internet out. But they try to make it look like I'm acting crazy. See, when this is the devil trying to stop it. Because now you understand because the devil's kingdom was built off of fool's gold. So when you start hearing about wars and rumors of wars and all that stuff, wars and rumors of wars, now you know. Now you know what it is. Over this missing element, this elemental. Because there are certain nations that they're trying to war over that they're rich and abundant in this. And the big captain that everybody's quiet about, the quiet one. Oh yeah, they're gonna get their days too. I can tell you. But like I say, y'all, hit my link in bio. They're probably gonna try to distort that too, because literally they've been playing with me too much because I know so much. But once I got my hand on this, the year of the dragon, when I got my hand on this, oh yeah, they I was gonna go to jail. They done did so many plots and schemes. Now I know to just say El Elyon, thank you in the mighty name of Jesus, and the devil flees every time you say Jesus' name now, because it's a biblical stone. I found the biblical herb. I found the biblical herb, and now I got the biblical stone. Fool's gold. They've been letting y'all chase fool's gold for hundreds of years, saying, "Oh no, if you have this gold and this diamond, you can get all this, that, and the third." I'm telling you, the dollar is backed up by gold, and they say it's missing now. Now we're broke. Now we're looking like those countries. We're about to be looking like those countries that everybody been talking about, that America been talking about. We're about to be looking like them. So you want to get on this wave of knowledge. You want to be ahead. If you want to be 1,000 years ahead, remember they tell you that people, the elite, plan for 1,000 years ahead. If you want to be those people that's at least 1,000 years ahead, you better click on that link in the bio. You better click on the link. You better click on the link in the bio and join the club. Now you know why I see why it's a secret society. They're making it a secret. They're literally making it a secret. Nobody, only people that are seeking it. Seeking you shall find. Seeking, link in bio, y'all. So spread it if you want to be part of that wave, and not the wave that's on your screen. Because I see wave the Matrix wave on my screen. Just link in bio, y'all. That's the best I can do. Link in bio. And I'm not trying to push you know uh trying to scare you into this. There's nothing scary about it. The less people know, the better the world will be. The more people know is when it gets crazy. The more that people know is when it gets crazy, is what I'm trying to say. So that's why I said link in bio. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to give you back the knowledge that was hidden. I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to build a whole nother currency. Now you understand why they're trying to do cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency ain't gonna work anyway either. Even though you need this to even make technological stuff like crypto. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Let me see my. It says I'm connected to my internet without internet. Hold on, let me see. There we go. Yeah. Yo, they're crazy for this. Hold on, let me see. Lord. Sorry, I was in the middle of checking some stuff. Lord. They done cut off the internet. And now, because they scared. They scared. So like I said, the world will keep going smoothly if nobody knows about it, but it's when people start getting waking up to this knowledge. And this is the stone of the Bible. That's the thing, it's the stone of the Bible. It's because you have to know the Bible. You have to know the Bible. Ella Leon, thank you in my name of Jesus for this. It's confirmation. I guess I'll get off right now. Hopefully, I'll probably pop back on if the internet works. Because every time I start doing some real stuff like this, the internet want to stop working and stuff. So, peace. Natural New Queen is signing out. Hope you have a good day, evening, noon, or night, or whatever time you're watching. Peace.